Hey guys, Tony here, and back to do another recent vinyl editions video. I think this is my 28th. Um, Feeling a bit under the weather, so excuse my I don't know, my delivery here. Um, Not feeling too great. But yeah, I got an LP that I'm like super excited about, and a few others. So I figured I'd just make a quick video here. I got a pretty eclectic bunch here. Some good ones though. So I hope everybody's well. I figured I'd jump right in here. This one I picked up. I don't know. I like the cover a lot, basically, and was looking for something new. And I knew nothing about this album. It was on display at the record store, and I just grabbed it. It was only like $12, $13, so brand new. Just came out. Cold Cave, Cherish the Light Years. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this record or bought it, because I think it just came out the other day. This is on Matador Records, and it's very I'd say like post punk, very synth pop kind of stuff. It's actually a side project by a guy that was in a whole bunch of like hardcore bands. I'm gonna say his name wrong, but his Wesley Einsold. I don't know. I could be saying that completely wrong. But he was in hardcore bands called American Nightmare, Give Up the Ghost, um, Some Girls, I think. It's another one. Very very 80s influence. Very a lot of synthesizers, but it still kind of has like a punk attitude in a way. Not so much in his delivery, just something about it. I mean, you definitely feel that this guy was kind of from more, hardcore kind of punk bands. But it's like a side project of his. And I really like that cover photograph. It's just something about it. It's kind of dark, you know. In the title, it goes, "What Cherish the Light Years." That could be taken a lot of different ways, but one song on here that I liked a lot was, I believe it was Underworld USA, which I thought was really good. And I thought that there was another one, I'm not sure, that I really liked. But not bad. I gotta listen to it a little bit more. May not be for everyone, but so yeah. If you guys are familiar with this record or this guy or those bands he was in, let me know. Like I said, I just kind of picked this up. Just looking for something different, and I knew it just came out. So next one here. I actually watched the movie. What was the movie? Due Date, and they had a song on that soundtrack in the movie by this band, and I was like, "Who is this?" Like, I really liked it, and I'd never checked this band out. Um, and I was surprised it was the Fleet Foxes. I'd heard of them, but excellent song. I can't think of the name of it now, but it's not on here, unfortunately. I think it was only released as a 7-inch, which I'm thinking about buying. But this is their kind of their debut. They had it's on Sub Pop, and it's basically their first album along with their EP, which came out before this, the Sun Giant EP. These guys are like a folk rock band based out of Seattle. This was released in 2008, I believe. And I gotta say, I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Great songwriting on it throughout. A good feel to the album too. Like the sound of it, it's just really good. If you haven't checked out this band, I recommend them. I like this a lot. It's a 2 LP set. There's the cover, of course, and it's a gatefold. Just this pattern here. And then, yeah, like I said, on Sub Pop, not too bad. I liked it. Here's one I'm ashamed to say was not in my. I have a couple here that were not in my collection that I had to get. This one is Motorhead, Ace of Spades, their 1980 album with probably their biggest, with the song Ace of Spades, which is just phenomenal. Um, but also the Catch is Better Than the Chase, um, Jailbait, which is another great one. We Are the Road Crew, a great album. throughout. This is a reissue, brand new, on 180 gram. Good stuff. Glad to finally get this one. And here's one that I could never find in good shape, or it was just way too expensive. But here's one that's in really decent shape, and I only paid, I don't know, less than $10 for it, or $10 I think I paid. And yeah, glad to finally have it. The Beatles, Let It Be. Never had this in my collection. The vinyl on here is perfect. There's a little bit of ring wear, just wear in general, but the vinyl is perfect. I listened to it. It sounds great. An album I'm very, very familiar with. Had the CD for years. Just never had it on vinyl. I don't know. The apple on it is like a maroonish. I don't know what that means. It's not the green apple. I'm not real big on the whole collecting Beatles LPs or knowing what everything is. Big Beatles fan, have been forever. But just never really got into the whole Beatles LP thing. I have almost all of them. Now I think I'm still missing like Help. But yeah, I just would like a good copy of the albums. My Revolver I know is the American version, which kind of sucks. But anyway, as you know, this was their last album released, although it was recorded before Abbey Road. I think this was, 1970. This came out. Great album. I mean, it was produced by Phil Spector. They weren't happy with what they had, so they handed the tapes over to Phil Spector. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you feel about him and what he did to this album. I'm not crazy about all the arrangements, the chorus, and everything else he added to, like, The Long and Winding Road is probably my least favorite Beatles song of all. Just because I don't like the arrangements he added to it. The song overall, I'm still not crazy about, and then Across the Universe, what he did to that. This is kind of known that has the definitive version of Across the Universe, but there are better versions I've heard on the anthology and on Past Masters. I think those versions are even better than this. But still, I mean, Two of Us, Dig a Pony, I Me Mine, of course, Let It Be, I've Got a Feeling, the one after 909, I mean, Get Back, For You, Blue, the whole album's really good. Glad to finally have a good copy of it. Here's what I picked up for just $3. I figured I'd check it out. 10 years after. This is 10 years after. A little beat, but for $3, the vinyl's in great condition. Some wear on the little split here, but hey, for $3. Haven't listened to it yet. I believe this was their 4th album. It was released in 1969. And that was kind of, I think, when they came to prominence, really, with playing Woodstock. That was a really big thing for them. Hold on one second. So, cool album. A couple more here that I'm really glad to have. Camel, Snow Goose. I've been getting into Camel quite a bit, and a number of people out there in the YouTube community told me to check this out, and it's instrumental, very good. It's actually based on the story, the short novel or short story, I don't remember what, of the Snow Goose. I've never read it, but I'm actually curious now, and I probably will try and read it if I can. Excuse me. This came out after Mirage, so I think this makes it their 3rd album. Released in 1975. There's a lot of issues, I guess, with this. And the author who originally wrote the story of the Snow Goose. Their label, their logo, at least maybe on the British versions, is the same as the Camel cigarette logo. Written the same way, same lettering. And the writer of the Snow Goose was appalled when he saw this. He actually, I read that he loathes smoking. So, he went after them with threatened a lawsuit. So, he actually had to change everything. This is actually later changed to music inspired by the Snow Goose. And Yeah, all that. I've heard they had other problems too with that their name, their logo, and stuff like that. But yeah, instrumental. They had lyrics to it that they had to remove because of that writer. I mean, he was not happy with this. So very good instrumental, beautiful album. I'm glad I got it. So thanks for recommending it. This last one here is one that I've wanted in my collection for so long and could never find it. This is basically at the top of my want list. Um, there's a couple others now that I'm after, but this one is one of those that I just could not find. Um, and yeah, I'm glad to finally get it. It's really hard to come across. I found it on eBay, and sticker on it says $30, but I actually paid a little bit more than that, not too much, which is okay. I mean, I've wanted this album for a long time. Johnny Thunders, So Alone. This is on Real record label, which I guess is part of Warner Brothers. Yeah. I believe this is an original. It's still in the shrink wrap. I'll probably leave it on there. Um, really great album by him. Really glad to finally get it. Has the here's the record itself. I think it might be an original. I don't know. Dan in Canada will probably know. He's a big Thunders fan. Here's the original sleeve. A lot of guest players on this album. I guess this was released, I guess, in 1978 after LAMF by the Heartbreakers. He went and made a solo album, and excuse me. And yeah, I mean, this is probably, I think, from what I've heard, it's probably his best. Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy's on here. Chrissie Hynde from The Pretenders. Steve Cook, and Paul Jones from the Sex Pistols. I'm sorry, Steve Jones and Paul Cook. Yeah, if I said that right. Both play on here. And what's his name? Steve Marriott from Humble Pie and Small Faces also plays on here. So a lot of guest musicians. I should be holding up the cover probably. So yeah, really glad to finally get this album. Definitely on top of my want list and just hard to come by. So yeah, there you go, guys. This will probably be it until after Record Store Day. I may respond to a couple threads that have been out there. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching and take care. Leave me some comments.